Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful sacred space this morning. I wanted to invite any of the kids and their families and anyone else who'd like to come up and light a candle. Now's the time.
Barely.
Sorry.
Comfort me. Sing that again. Comfort me.
Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me, oh my soul.
Pray with me.
Pray with me. Pray with me. Pray with me, oh my soul. Pray with me. Pray with me. Pray with me, oh my soul.
Sing with me.
Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me, oh my soul.
Comfort me.
Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me. Comfort me. Comfort me, oh my soul.
Ooh.
We embrace hopelessness when we embrace the sufferers of the world, and in embracing them, we discover our own humanity and salvation.
Please rise in body or spirit, for we will not stop singing. It's an insert in your order of service. till the world can sing.
Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing along. Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing along.
We will not stop praying.
We will not stop praying. We will not stop praying. We will not stop praying till the world can hear our song, till the world can sing along.
We will not stop shouting.
We will not stop shouting. We will not stop shouting. We will not stop shouting till the world can hear our song, till the world can sing along.
Till the world can sing.
Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing along. Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing along.
Till the world can sing.
Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing along. Till the world can sing, till the world can sing, till the world can sing
We welcome each other into this place of love, inclusion, and compassion. We create sacred space together. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life journey, you are welcome here.
Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here.
Whatever the color of your skin or your immigration status, whatever God you pray to or no God at all, you are welcome here.
Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome
We now light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. Blessed is the fire of our faith and the chalice of our community. Blessed is the living tradition that is carried forward in our work and in our love. Blessed is the transient flame we kindle here. Blessed is the illuminated moment of our gathering. Blessed is the light of the eternal. Blessed is the sacred call of life to which we give ourselves and Good morning. My name is Kate Caudill. My pronouns are she, her. So recently, my friend sent me a meme that said, every lifelong Catholic I've ever met is, we should probably feed the hungry. While every Catholic convert is like, the Pope's statement on Pentecostal rights clearly states that women should not be driving. Now, this made me laugh because as an Irish Catholic growing up in Oklahoma, I was very involved in our church. And one of the stories that was most impressed upon me was the story of Father Stanley Rother. Father Rother was a farm boy from Okarche, Oklahoma, who became the parish priest to an indigenous community in Guatemala. There, he helped establish a hospital, a farmers cooperative, a school, and a radio station in the indigenous language. Though he was not overtly political, he drew the attention of right-wing militians. And one night, while sleeping, armed men broke into the church and killed him. He has now been beatified by the Catholic Church, which is one of the first steps to becoming a saint. This story reflects the values I personally grew up with in the Catholic Church. They told me to feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, and welcome the stranger. So that though I've lapsed as a Catholic, those messages that I learned there start me on my own exploration to what it means to treat my neighbor as myself. And now, in that spirit, I invite you all to greet your neighbors.
Hi there. If there's any kids who would like to come up for the wisdom story, I would love for you to join me. Hi, Avery. How are you today? Hey, good morning, Charlie. Hi there. Two Charlies. Charlie and Charlie. Hi. Good to see you. Thanks for lighting the chalice. So, once upon a time, there was a farmer. And I know you've probably wait, doesn't Megan start so many of the wisdom stories with once upon a time there was a farmer? I think we must have gained a lot of wisdom from farmers, or stories about farmers. So this particular farmer had a donkey. So the donkey helped the farmer do all of the farming things on the farm. And they're pretty good friends. So every week, the donkey and the farmer took a couple days off to rest. Do you take a couple of days off to rest sometimes? Yeah, do you take a day off to rest? Please tell me that you do. We need to have a resting day. So one of these rest days, the donkey, she was getting a little bored, and she was like, my muscles are so strong from all of this plowing and working I've been doing. I think I'll take a walk. I think I'll take a hike. And so she went out exploring some of the areas of the farm where she had never been before. And she was amazed looking around and seeing all of the new things and looking up like this and clopping along and tung, 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 tung. She fell into a hole. Ah! She wasn't looking where she was going. And then suddenly she was at the bottom of a really deep hole. And she was looking up and be like, oh no, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of this hole? I mean, I have hoofs. I don't have paws with claws that I could scratch up the side of the hole. I don't have hands with fingers to climb up and grab onto, but I have these hoofs. What can I do? Well, I'm gonna stomp my feet. So she just stomped and was feeling very frustrated, and then she started to bray, which is the term for what a donkey does when they make a loud noise. Do you know what kind of noise a donkey makes? Louder and louder and louder, and she was yelling for help. All the different, And so now, back over at the farm, the farmer was having a stroll around and went out to say hi to his friend the donkey and noticed that she wasn't around. So he decided to go looking for her. As he went around the perimeter of the land, he started to hear way in the distance, and he followed the sound and followed it, and looking around, he didn't see her anywhere. It sounded like her sound was coming from underneath the ground. So what did he do? But he listened, and he got closer, and then he looked over the edge of the hole, and there was the donkey at the bottom of the hole. And it was deep. She was so relieved to see him. Great, my farmer friend is gonna get me out of this hole, is what she's thinking. Now, she could only say donkey sounds, and the farmer could only say his human language sounds, so they couldn't really talk to each other, so they had to figure out another kind of way of communication, which they'd been working on as they worked together on the farm. And he could tell she was really upset and she wanted to get out of the hole. She could tell that he seemed pretty despairing and like he did not know what to do. In fact, the farmer was overcome with despair. He did not have a rope with him. He did not have any ladder that he could throw down there. He had no shovel. He had no way to get her out of the hole. And sometimes, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like sometimes people get, when they feel a lot of despair, they just kind of shut down. They just kind of stop and freeze and don't know what to do. And that's what the farmer did. And he was like, I think I need to go back to my house and try to figure out next things to do. And he just left. I know, he left her there. So then, here she is, back at the hole, really upset, feeling hopeless, not sure what to do, also a little angry at the farmer for not staying around, but also thinking, well, maybe he's going to get some help, but I don't really know, so there's a lot of questions. So the hopelessness was starting to set in when she looked back at those hooves of hers, and she thought, you know what, I have really strong legs, and I have these really hard hoofs. So although I do not have claws in my paws or fingers on my hands, I have hoofs. So I'm going to use my hoofs and my strong legs. And she reared up on her front legs and kicked backwards with those hard hoofs and kicked the side of the hole. And some dirt fell down, and a rock came out and fell down. And so then she did the front, knocking at the side of the hole. Some more dirt and rocks fell down, and then she stamped it down really hard with her strong legs and hard hoofs, and she made a step. And then she did it again. Kick, 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 more, stomp, stomp, stomp. Kick, kick, stomp, stomp. Another step. Kick, kick, stomp, stomp. Another. Kick, kick, stomp, stomp. Another step. Gradually, she made more and more steps and clambered and climbed. And do you know what she got out of that hole? She did it. She got out of the hole all by herself. You know where she went next? Where do you think? Where do you think? She went back to the farmer's house. And it was getting dark. It was dusk. And she could see the light, the warmth, the yellow, warm light from inside the farmer's house coming out of the window. And she went running up there and she peeked in. And do you know that farmer was just sitting at his table looking really sad? So she went around and knocked on the door. He opens the door and there's the donkey. Yay, yay. And they had a nice little hug session. So luckily, even though that donkey was really hopeless, she figured out how to help herself. And I just wonder if you have a big problem in your life. Are you the donkey or are you the farmer? And sometimes we're different ones at different times, right? But that is something for us to think about and remember that although despair can shut us down completely and make us feel like there is no hope, hope gives us a reason to keep going and trying to figure it out. Thank you all. That's the end of our story. We're going to go talk about justice in our children's chapel. So I would like to invite you all to make our rainbow arch, and we're going to sing the kids to their classes.
Now let's have a moment of stillness, a moment, a pause for reflection. I'll keep time. To the spirit of life and love that we believe is still out there somewhere, even though your voice seems very far away. Our hearts cry out, and we are filled with lamentation. We lament our easy access to firearms that results in gun violence in schools and churches and workplaces and neighborhoods. We lament the state of our public libraries and our national parks. We lament the war in Ukraine and the war in Palestine. We lament the poor treatment of the most recent flotilla carrying aid to the Palestinians. And we lament that the hostages are still not home 2 years later. We lament all the people who are still imprisoned, especially the elderly and the sick, and especially children. We lament that children are born to parents who do not want them and cannot support them. And we lament that people have died or suffered because they were unable to receive reproductive health care. And that is just part of our long list of lamentations. O Spirit of life and love, we are sick of lamentation. We shake with rage and helplessness even as we swallow down our grief and go on with our days. Our joy seems so brief and petty, while the sorrows of the world seem too vast for comprehension. O Spirit of life and love, are you still here? Remind us somehow, some way, that you are still here. If we pause, will you make yourself known to us? If we pause, does that give you room to enter? May the Spirit of life and love always live in our hearts and pass through our lips and our fingertips into the world. May it be so. And we also pray for and keep in our hearts those in our own community, including John Ashone, Eleanor Traubman, David Jones, father of Liz Jones, and Ella Grisky. And now, into this sacred space, we speak out loud or add to the chat the names of other loved ones we are praying for this morning. Now we light candles of joy or sorrow. If you're watching online, please feel free to light a candle in your home.
Comfort me. Sing with me. Comfort me.
If you feel like you need to be heard, or if there's something on your heart that you would like to share, we do have a space for you after the service. Daniel Walters of the Caring Committee will be in the Chapel of All Faiths to my left. It's right over there, after the service.
We want hope to survive in this world today. Then every day we've got to pray on, pray on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to walk on, walk on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to walk on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to work on, work on. We want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to work on, work on. We want hope to survive in this world today, and every day we've got to move on, move on, move on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to move on, move on, move on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to march on, march on, march on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to march on, march on, march on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to teach on, teach on, teach on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to teach on, teach on, teach on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to sing on, sing on, sing on. If we want peace in the world, and every day we've got to sing on, 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 sing on. Every day we've got to sing on,
things are not going well right now. Like in the world, right? I think that's just an objective fact. The U.S. Agency for International Development officially shut down this summer after helping save 90 million lives all over the world for 20 years. ICE agents have been breaking into people's homes in the middle of the night, detaining people, deporting people. Over 200,000 people have been illegally deported in the last 7 months. And the National Guard has been unlawfully deployed to Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Memphis, and maybe soon to Portland, Baltimore, Oakland, New York City. Are they in Chicago now? I'm a little unclear on that. So, are we going to get used to armed uniformed troops patrolling our cities? If so, what else are we going to get used to? And that's just a few things that are going wrong right now. So let's be clear. Authoritarianism and fascism are on the rise in the United States. And I'm not going to stand up here and tell you, don't worry, things are going to get better. Because I'm not going to lie to you. And I don't know that they're going to get better. In fact, I think that there's a good chance that things are going to get worse. Which doesn't mean that we're going to give in to despair, because we're not. I'm not suggesting, oh, there's nothing to be done, let's just lie down and die, Let's just go back to the house and leave, poor donkey in the hole. Rather, I turn to the work of Cuban liberation theologian and social ethicist, the Reverend Dr. Miguel de la Torre, who has made his life's work about hopelessness. Now, to be clear, he has a very particular definition of hope and hopelessness. He would say that he hopes in Spanish, not in English. And so that because of that, the word hope, when one hopes in English, it carries this weight of expectation to it. And the expectation is that something positive is going to happen. He would say that because he hopes in Spanish, esperar, that esperar does not carry this connotation of waiting for something good to happen. It's just waiting. Could be something in anticipation of something bad or in anticipation of something good. And de la Torre also does not see history as happening in this linear fashion, onward and upward, always getting better than before. He actually disagrees with the famous Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. quote about the moral arc of the universe bending toward justice. De la Torre does not believe that the arc of the universe goes anywhere in particular. There is no arc. He believes that history happens, is a series of things happening, and that each generation makes decisions about which direction they're going to go. I think we can see this at work right now, as this current generation seems to have made decisions about reproductive rights, trans rights, immigration, environmentalism, and even empathy. And so if history does not proceed in a linear fashion, if history does not tell a story of a people moving toward progress, then there is no meaning to suffering. Like history, suffering then becomes something that just happens, which is just as well, because making meaning out of suffering is honestly a pretty privileged take. I do not dare to assert that the suffering of enslaved blacks in the American South had meaning. I do not dare to assert that the suffering of Jewish people in the Holocaust had meaning. I do not dare to assert that the suffering of Palestinians now has meaning. Sometimes there is no meaning to suffering. Sometimes there is only horror. And sometimes that horror has no end. Sometimes there's no hope that things will ever get better. That happens more often than not all over the world, all throughout history. There are people who are born into poverty, grow up in poverty, and die in poverty. There are children who develop terminal illnesses and never make it to adulthood. There are nations that have entered authoritarian rule that are still in it now, decades later. It is possible that we are entering that period now here in the United States, that we are well underway that we may be here for decades, that things are hopeless. And this hopelessness is where things can really get juicy. Because you see, when things are hopeless, we don't work for justice because we think we will win. We know that we won't win, or at least not within our lifetimes. I don't think that I will see the downfall of capitalism in my lifetime. I don't think I'll see universal health care or universal basic income or prison abolition in my lifetime. I don't think I'll even see reasonable gun control in my lifetime. That doesn't stop me from advocating for these things, not because I think I'll win, but because it is the right thing to do. That is the power of hopelessness. I never get discouraged because I never thought I was going to win anyway. This is the weakness of privilege in justice work. A privileged person is used to winning. When you have privilege, you're used to things going your way. And so privileged people, when we get activated and we join a movement, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the Women's March, bring a lot of energy and excitement, but then victory doesn't come in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year. And then people get discouraged. They become overwhelmed, like the farmer when his donkey fell in the well. They ask themselves, what's the point? Nothing that I do makes a difference, and they drift away. So what's the point? The point is to assert your humanity. The point is simply to say, I am here. This is where we come to what De La Torre calls screwing with the system. He uses a different word. It starts with an F and ends with a K. I'm using a more family-friendly word. When you're not going to win, all that is left is to screw with the system. He draws on stories about tricksters, agents of chaos. In that chaos can be opportunities for radical action and change. Think Jesus flipping over the money changers, the tables of the money changers in the temple. That's what screwing with the system looks like. De La Torre actually uses a local example, the Young Lords in East Harlem. The Young Lords were a civil rights organization inspired by the Black Panther Party, and they did similar kinds of direct actions as the Black Panthers, protests, sit-ins, free breakfast programs. They famously spent the summer of 1969 making garbage barricades in the streets of East Harlem to protest systemic neglect by the New York City Department of Sanitation. The Department of Sanitation did institute some systemic reforms afterward, and also afterward, garbage collection went back to being spotty and irregular, but they did screw with the system. And when First Spanish United Methodist Church refused to host the Young Lords free breakfast program, the Young Lords nailed shut the doors to the church, renamed it the People's Church, and occupied it for 11 straight days. During the occupation, they held liberation school classes for Black and brown kids, served free breakfasts and dinners. Eventually, the police came and removed them, and First Spanish never did host their free breakfast program, but they got a lot of good press, and they did screw with the system. And I have a more recent personal example of this, which is that a few months ago, I was on the subway, and look, I'm not proud of this story, but it is illustrative. I was on the subway, and this guy came through the subway asking for money, as people do. And again, not proud of this, myself included. Everybody on the subway proceeded to pretend that we were all suddenly deaf and blind, right? And we're all, sort of looking at something very interesting other than this person. So he comes through the train, nobody gives him anything, and then afterward, when we stop at the station, he gets off, and the train does not move. The doors keep trying to close, and they can't seem to close, so they open again, and eventually the MTA comes through, and they find that he stuck some of those foam earplugs into the doors to make it so that they couldn't close, so that we were all stuck there in the station. So I didn't really know what to make of that event at the time. I was just sort of like, oh, a strange thing that happened, and I don't know what meaning to make out of it. But when I look at it in the light of De La Torre's ethic of hopelessness and of screwing with the system, now I know what I was seeing. What I saw was hopelessness at work, and what I saw was my complicity in a system that needs screwing with. What I received was a reminder of my privilege and who I need to be in solidarity with. Now, a reminder that those who screw with the system are generally not treated lightly. Let's not forget what happened to some of the famous tricksters that we know. Jesus, crucified; Malcolm X, assassinated; Huey P. Newton, founder of the Black Panthers, murdered; freedom riders James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwimmer, murdered by the KKK, just to name a few. But remember that they were not necessarily acting out of hope that anything was going to get better. They didn't necessarily think they were going to win. They acted because it was the right thing to do, because they needed to assert their humanity, speak truth to power, and act for justice, even if it meant giving up their lives. And that is what we need to do. Now, tomorrow, and the day after, I don't think things are hopeless yet, actually. I think they're pretty grim, and that hopelessness can get here very quickly. And I believe that we can rise to the occasion. That even if we don't win, that's no reason to not bring some chaos. We can screw with the system. And at the core of screwing with the system, what it's really about is it's about screaming, "I'm here. Look at me. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to make you look me in the eye. If you're going to harm me, you will have to look me in the face first." So let this be a revelation that in hopelessness there is power. May it be so.
Slight change to your order of service. The hymn that we're going to sing right now is number 116. It is called "I'm on My Way." You may not even need your hymnals for it because it's a call and response for the most part. So when you hear the call, please respond.
Do respond, especially after that message. I don't know about you, but I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way to the freedom land. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I asked my neighbor, come and go with me. I asked my neighbor, come on and go with me. I asked my neighbor, come and go with me. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. Guess what? If they say no, I'll go anyhow. If they say no, I'll go anyhow. If they say no, I'll go anyhow. I'm on my way. Great God, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. And I won't turn back. I'm on my way, and I won't turn back.
This month's offering will be shared with the Envision Freedom Fund. You can read more about this organization in your order of service. Our offering will now be received with gratitude.
When I don't know what to do, I play music, which is a little confusing because it's also what I do when I do know what to do. But it's different sometimes. And Beethoven is a good don't know what to do kind of music for me.
My son Joseph lives in South Sudan, a place that I imagine feels fairly hopeless a good deal of the time. And I was speaking to him yesterday in a way that is completely unimaginable 15 years ago. We could see each other, and there was no delay. And I don't normally talk to my son about this, but Nietzsche came up. I think it was Nietzsche. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm quite sure. And we were talking about Nietzsche and other things, and he said, my son was a philosophy major in college, and he told me that Nietzsche had an essay in which he talked about if we only had one life to live and we had to live it over and over and over again, the same life, what choices would we make to make it different next time, to make it better next time? How could we make those choices? So if you had to live this life again, what choice would you make next so that the next life is better than this one? I was thinking about that today. Thank you so much, Reverend Micah. My name is Garnet Losack. I'm the Director of Congregational Life here at First Unitarian. Welcome to those of you who are here for the first time, especially those of you who are here for the first time. If you would like to stand up and introduce yourself and tell us where you live. I live in Bay Ridge. Tell us where you live. We would love to say good morning and welcome. Is there anyone who would like to do that? Welcome.
Happy to be here, so very welcome. It's been a very moving service.
Welcome. Yeah. Welcome. 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 Okay. There are some welcome cards in your pews. They're in those white baskets. Please take a few moments to fill one out. We will make sure you have a name tag when you come back next week, and we will also make sure that you get a subscription to our weekly e-news so you know what's happening here at First Unitarian. Please come downstairs and join us for coffee or tea. There is also a connections table hosted by a member of our connections committee. We'd be happy to answer whatever questions you have. There are also welcome cards down there too, and plenty of writing implements. So there are several things happening today at First Unitarian. There is a newcomer orientation today. It is at 12:45 in the library, which is behind that little skinny door over there. Or you can meet me by the connections table downstairs and I'll take you up. I'll be leading that. It'll be about an hour and a half. The young adult ministry is having a brunch today. I think they're having a picnic, which, boy, picked a great day for that. So meet downstairs. You'll see lots of young adults milling about, and they will decide how to get over to their picnic. There is also a listening circle today. That is in the Eastman room. You can read more about that in your order of service. And finally, the Atlantic Antic is today, and we have a table there. So if you are going to the Atlantic Antic, please stop by. We have people there right now who missed the service today. They will be able to catch it later. Stop by and say hi and mill about and make us look like we are as great as we are while we're down there. Tomorrow, our intern minister, Yvonne Garrett, is starting her Chalice Circle. This is a Zoom Chalice Circle. You do need to register for it. If you're interested, please do that today or tomorrow morning, and the information is in your order of service. Finally, I have to tell you that there is a congregational meeting on October 26th, and in your order of service, there's an invitation from our transition team. They are asking for your questions, your comments, and they will respond to them at the congregational meeting on the 26th. As always, there is more in your order of service, so please read about it. And now let's sing our final hymn together, Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around.
Ain't gonna let no hatred.
Ain't gonna let no hatred turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no hatred turn me around. I just keep on walking, keep on talking, marching into freedom.
Ain't gonna let no sickness.
Ain't gonna let no sickness turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no sickness turn me around. I just keep on walking, keep on talking, marching into freedom land.
Ain't gonna let injustice.
Ain't gonna let injustice turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let injustice turn me around. I'm just keep on walking, keep on talking, marching into freedom land.
Ain't gonna let transphobia.
Ain't gonna let transphobia turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let transphobia turn me around. I just keep on walking, keep on talking, marching into freedom land.
Ain't gonna let no president.
Ain't gonna let no president turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna
As we go out into the world and we cause some good trouble this week, next week, and weeks after, always remember to bring a friend. You can cause twice as much trouble that way. Go in peace.